Hey, what's good YouTube? It's Yamistan here, back again with another video, this time with showcasing my modded mice and why you should consider modding your mice. Okay, so first of all, the first mice I ever had modded was this, my GPX Superlight. So the reason why I had it modded was because I didn't like the click feel of the original Superlight. Like even though it was using China Omron 20Ms, which the Ultralight Tiger is also using, before stock, like I didn't like the feel of it on the GPX Superlight. Like it felt light and a bit crisp, but it sounded too loud for me. Like the sound click was a bit too loud, and it's not as crisp as something even the Omron 20 sorry, no, the Omron optical switches felt crispier compared to the stock ones on the Superlight. So that's the reason why I had this modded. Okay, so here, first of all, let's shout out the person who has been modding my mouse. So shout out to JettieModZ. Okay, so this guy has been modding mice, I think, for a while now. So he has 896 reviews on Facebook. So I found him, searching through Facebook, trying to find somebody to mod my mouse. And then like he also sells switches, but I'll leave a link on a Shopee page that you can buy mouse switches from. They're cheaper compared to what mod I know like modders would sell. Like usually they have an upsell for the switches, obviously because they're the ones who are providing the switches. But you can just ask them to do the labor, and you can just pay the labor fee. Okay. So here you go. So JettieModZ is located in Pasay City. He's one of the best modders in Manila. If you don't live in Manila, maybe you can just search if there's someone in your area that's also a good that offers modding services. But like if you don't, you can just learn how to mod. Like you just need to buy they call this a soldering set, so you can do that. But for me, because like the Superlight isn't exactly cheap, so I just decided to have somebody do it, like somebody with experience. And JettieModZ obviously has a lot of experience because he has a lot of reviews. Okay, so let's go back to the photos. So let's go with the GPX photos first. So as you can see, this is the first PCB of the Project Superlight, because there have two PCBs, one for the clicks and then one for the sensor. So as you can see, the click for the clicks, like they're using the Omrons. Then I think these are TTC whites or TTC silvers. I'm not sure. Then I think these are Kale micro switches for the scroll wheel click. That's why it doesn't really feel that good when you click on the scroll wheel of the Superlight. But anyway, so and you can see in my transparent blue shell pink dots. That's what I have on the Superlight, this Superlight. So and TTC Gold V2s for the encoder. The stock encoder on the Superlight wasn't bad, but I just decided to have it modded because I just wanted to try the TTC Gold V2s, and they're basically perfect for me. So as you can see here, he desoldered the origin where the main switches were located and where the screw wheel was located, encoder was located. I mean, so here you can see he soldered it. You can see the transparent blue shell pink dots here. Then here's what it looks like on the Superlight. So yeah, and then you can see the Omron 20Ms China. Yeah, that didn't feel good on the Superlight, but okay. But on the like on the Ultralight Tiger, like they felt really good. So shout out to the designers of the Ultralight. Like they were able to make the Omron 20Ms feel really light and crisp as compared to what Logitech did with the Superlight. Yeah, so mouse switches originally here were good. Like the only reason why I had my Ultralight Tiger modded was because Final Mouse announced like the ULX Pro series, like the Tarik mouse, like where it's gonna use the transparent blue shell pink dots. So I decided to also have my Ultralight uh, modded with transparent blue shell pink dots because I did not want to buy another Ultralight 2 Tiger if I didn't have to. Ultralight X Tiger if I didn't have to. So let's see the photos. So yeah, here you go. As you can see, this is the Ultralight Tiger shell. And the thing that struck me was that they were using like almost like a mouse switch already for the scroll wheel click. That's why the scroll wheel click on the Tiger felt really good. And then as you can see, they're using this trash encoder. Like I don't know if these are PTC silvers or KL silvers. I don't know. I don't give a damn. But they suck so bad. I had to replace them with TTC Gold V2s that were 8 mm. So sorry, 9 mm. Sorry. So the Superlight uses 8 millimeters for the scroll wheel encoder, and the ultralight Tiger is using 9 millimeters. I think for all of them, like all the ultralights and all the starlights, were using 9 millimeters. So yeah. Next is, as you can see, he desoldered the main switch and the scroll wheel. Then he soldered the new ones, and then you can see it attached already to the base of the mouse. And as you can see, they're also using China 20 amps, Omron 20 amps. So yeah, I had them replaced. So okay, so what are the advantages? Okay, let's talk about what are the advantages of having your mice modded. Well, first, you're able to try different mouse mechanical switches, mouse mechanical switches. That's the one of the good things. Like, you know, you can try TTC Golds. I personally tried TTC Golds on the Dharma Shark mouse, and it felt a bit too heavy. So that's why the reason why I didn't pick TTC Golds. But maybe they'll feel different depending on which mouse you put them on, or depending on how it's engineered to be tuned. So yeah, so that's one of the main advantages. You can try a different switch every time. Like if you're good at soldering, if you get good at soldering, you can just keep trying different switch every week, I guess, because most switches aren't really that expensive, so you can keep trying. So that's one advantage. So you can find the perfect switch that's for you, like that feels very light, very crisp, or if you're looking for heavy clicks, very heavy or very mushy, like it depends on what you want. So you can go for light and crisp or heavy and mushy. So that's up to you. So there's a lot of choices when it comes to mouse clicks and scroll wheel encoders, obviously. The next is like the advantage is, you can extend the longevity of that if your mouse. Like if ever it develops double clicking, you can just easily replace the mouse switch. Like it's a common complaint with the original Superlight. It's like it will double click after like 6 months of use. So to combat that, you just have to replace the mouse switches, like the mouse clicks. So you can go with the China Omron 20 amps, or even the Japanese Omron 20 amps. Like I personally just picked the transparent blue shell pink dots because they're rated at 80 million clicks. So yeah, so I want to have peace of mind when it comes to mouse switches, like mouse clicks. Like I don't want them to double click immediately after like a year of use. So yeah, because Zawi uses Wano switches. So yeah. So what's a disadvantage of modding mice? I guess the main disadvantage of it is obviously is you know you can't send this for warranty purposes because you already modded the mouse. Like for my case, like the ultralight tiger, if the sensor ever bugs out, like I can't send this back because it's already modded. So that kind of voids the warranty. But other than that, like it's the only disadvantage I can only think of. Oh, and like if it's your first time soldering, I guess try it with a cheap mice first, so that if you mess up, it's not an expensive mess up. So yeah. But overall, I highly recommend trying modding mices. Like if you have an old mouse sitting there, like if you have like a uh, Razer Viper Mini, the wired one, like if you still have one of those, I suggest you mod them. Like if it's really old, it's disgusting. Like the rubber's already like dissolved, disintegrated. Yeah. So I'd suggest trying to mod that. Try to breathe new life to that mouse by adding a new switch. Just keep trying new switches so that you know what switch you prefer on your main mouse, like your the one that you've been maining for months or weeks or years. So yeah. That's all for this video. If you really like this video, if you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe. For my next video, I'll try to make a video on new mouse, hopefully the Viper V3 Pro. Uh, Hopefully I can get my hands on that so that I can give a review. The only downside with having the Viper V3 Pro, it's optical switches, so there's very limited options for that. Like I'm not even sure if you can swap optical switches with different mice that has optical switches. So yeah, well, that's all for this review. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.